Hello, we're live. It's the beauty queen of live streaming. I'm here with Mazzy. So hello everyone. I don't know how many people are here right now. I know Matt's here, and Richard, and I'm one of us.
These things wear you out when you're running around for 4 days and nights.
I'm still exhausted. I haven't caught my way.
You got to kind of work your way up to it. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm sore.
It's tiring meeting all your.
I'm not driving Uber. It's never going to happen. What this past week was like.
I tell you, I know I enjoyed that. It was the second time I was on a short one, but 17-minute ride in that Waymo car was so easy and so chill. It was actually, people say I wouldn't get in those things. I mean, have you been a drunk taxi driver in New York City way back in the 80s? You know, this is so it was so relaxing.
Well, I've ridden in one of them, so I don't know.
Yeah, with three of us were in there, and it was fine. You know, it was fine.
Well, we'll see if anyone more comes up. I wanted to recap last Thursday through Sunday of everyone coming into town in the VinylCon, which I thought was better than the last one, which I thought was really good. It was, I'd say there was like 30% more sellers there. And I mean, I did a video if anyone wants to watch it of all the stuff I picked up, and I
watched it.
Yeah, I found killer stuff. I'm very happy with what I found. So stuff I'm on the show today is we were together for a Thursday. Mazzy and Kimbo came into town. I had promised I'd pick up Kimbo. There's Jim.
Morning.
I promised I'd pick up Kim. We all kind of sort of agreed to meet up on the west side. Two people did not want to join us. Yeah, but because Mazzy and Kimbo's planes were delayed. So I picked them up at the same time. They kind of got, with the delays, they sort of got in around the same time. And then we met up with Vinyl Piper and Delphina at Sound Stations, which is a store right near the airport. And we had lunch. We went to Sound Stations. And then we went to a store that I really don't go to. I've been to once. This High Fidelity Records.
I like that store.
It's in South LA, which is the old South Central. And when I went there, I found some records. But I had heard a story that it might be owned by Michael Hobson from Classic Records.
There's some connection with it.
There's some connection because when you go there, I was told to ask the person there if he had Classic Records, and he goes, "Yep." And he had them in the back, and he brought them out. And he brought out a stack of jazz and non-jazz. He didn't bring out classical, which you would assume. I bought some that were in the bin, but he had I've never found a sealed classic record, a sealed copy. So he brought out this Leeway, which I have a Concierge series, which is digital. And I didn't even know they had like this little sticker that seals it, but like never opened, brand new. So I bought it, talked him down because there was one for sale on Discogs. He looked up and used that price. He didn't use the price that it had sold for. He used the price that someone was trying to get for this. But I talked him down, and I'm happy that I was able to pick that up.
I like that store. I had a good time. I know we're going to get in talking about it more. It was great to see Caesar too, and we all had lunch.
Cesar.
What?
No.
You know, I asked him, and she said people call me Caesar. Okay, I would say Cesar normally.
But we'll get. He met up with us at the show. So there, I think you bought a record there, right?
I did. Yes, I did.
And that it was funny on the wall. I don't know if people know like jazz. There's this great Ray Brown record that Chad reissued as a 45, Solar Energy.
Oh yeah.
And they had the original picture on the wall there from the cover. I took a picture in front of it, or Mazzy shot some video of me in front of it. Here. This.
Yeah.
That's
right.
the cover of the album, and I guess
watch the video. There's a chat with Rob talking about. I become the unofficial archivist of these meetups because everybody else, like Rob has his store meetup at the beginning, his video, and you have to take sort of Dramamine or something because it's just all this shaky like thing like that, so you don't throw up.
What do you mean, my video?
Yes, it's like
footage I shot and I sped it up to get fast.
I know. I'm giving you a bad time. But seriously, the best part of this stuff, I mean, the records are all well and good. And I bought 5 records, nothing. And nothing particularly rare, nothing expensive. But I love meeting up with everyone. And we had a good time, right, Jim?
We certainly did. No,
we had a great Musso and Frank's dinner.
I mean, I want to go through it.
Just the Musso and Frank's thing was unbelievable.
Let's go in order.
Let's go in order.
So
the date is March.
So then we went to that store, and then I had to get Mazzy to where he needed to be by a certain time. That's why we couldn't go to a couple other stores I wanted to go to. And we were ditched by Patrick and Jim. They went off on their own.
You go on the negative side. Don't be negative. We weren't ditched. They were doing.
No, we were ditched. And then I took Kimbo to Amoeba. Went to Amoeba, and I found this record at Amoeba. So I think it was Patrick, but I heard people talking about this version. And this is a record you see all the time. And I even had a copy of it from a thrift store. This Roy Orbison's Greatest Hits, or the all-time greatest hits, a double LP. You find this all the time for under $15. But I had heard about this version that was mastered by Steve Hoffman for DCC, and it's numbered. This came out in 1997. So every time I go into Amoeba, they have a pretty sizable Roy Orbison section. They have an oldies section, which I don't figure out because Vinyl Piper told me they have Psych in there and all this other stuff. So I always look in there, and they had one of these original copies. Then I went to their new section where the new albums that come into the store, and they had this sealed in that new section. So I opened it up. There are some seams. I have to do some cover repairs, but this was sealed from 1997. So
that's a good.
I've not listened to it yet.
I've heard it. There was one in the Coleman collection that the archivist got, and
it's a fun, great record.
It's excellent.
So Kimbo, I have to mail Kimbo's records back to him. He got more records than I got. But we went to Amoeba, and then I took Kimbo back to his hotel to check in. And then we met up back up on Friday morning and agreed to go to Safari. So I took him to Safari, and then we met up there. We went to Atomic to meet up with Jim and Patrick. And they had
Friday. I was in the Valley, not with you guys. I was meeting my friend, and then I went to Freak Beat and a shell of a licorice pizza, which is not really a licorice pizza.
That place is.
Yeah.
Well, it's a producer that has an office in the back, and it's kind of like the life.
They bought the name, but when they opened that store, they had some good stuff in there.
Yeah,
they actually have a very high-end recording studio there.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I was talking to them, and they go, "Well, we do the vocals we do at the studio in Maui." Like, oh.
Yeah, there's money behind it. It's like a front for the mafia type of thing.
It's his kids run it. They're very nice.
Yeah, it's like going into an Urban Outfitters sort of like visual places to take.
But I must say that when I did go in and pitch them, and the kind of like marketing guy goes, "If we run an ad, do you put us on the map?" like making.
But don't you? Don't you?
Yeah, but he was mocking my map, and I knew right
Well,
then.
It's
I
easy.
knew right then. I knew right then I was not going to get the ad from the guy, but
so
whatever. It's right next to Arts Deli, which I love. Arts Pass.
We went to Arts Deli. That's where I met my friend.
Yeah,
Scott.
Arts Deli. I don't like Arts Deli.
Shut up, Rob.
So it's not. It's expensive, and they give you nothing. And there's better deli.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was great.
But I had lox and eggs and bagel. I didn't have lunch.
You can't go wrong.
So then after we met up with Patrick and Jim, we went to Permanent. No, we went to Poobah in Pasadena. That's where we went. And Patrick scored wherever he went. He just picked up a ton of records, and Kimbo picked up a few records, and I picked up this record that Mazzy, I think, recently did a video about.
Oh, I'm an influencer to Rob now. That's good.
No, I didn't pick it up because you did a video. It was after the fact I found out you did a video.
Right. Okay.
Where is this record? It's somewhere around here. Here it is. The Zodiac record.
Oh, I love that record. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up the Zodiac record. And then
68.
Yeah, from there we went to an ice cream place because they wanted ice cream. And then I think we went to Permanent. We went to Permanent after that.
And the heat, I didn't think the heat was as bad, even when I was in the valley early on Friday. I mean, it was hot, but we weren't outside all day.
It had cooled off with each day.
I mean, it was in the high 80s and 90s, but it wasn't. I mean,
It was a lovely weekend.
Yeah, and it was.
So then we went to Permanent, and then we went back to Jim's house, and we listened to records for a couple hours, and then
Patrick criticized my stereo.
Everyone did. And you did what he told you. You moved it around while we were there, which is like an odd occurrence because that's all you do all day is move your stereo around. So then we went to meet up with Mazzy and his friends at Musso and Frank's.
Chris and Sue. And we
They are a lovely couple, by the way.
And we had a good dinner. It was great, except they made you take off your
no caps.
No baseball caps. You can wear hats.
But I didn't wear my hat inside.
Yeah, you're not supposed to wear a hat at dinner table.
Yeah, I mean, it's old school common,
That place is killer.
And it was crowded. It was
martini.
Thank you for making that reservation, Mazzy.
Yeah. You got to make it. I made it like 2 months in advance for a Friday night.
So then we met up Saturday morning at the VinylCon. We were able to get early access because of Jim, and we got in before early access people got in, and that was about 2 hours. And it was great going around and just getting records first. I went and I have a video where I showed everything I picked up, but I went right to Amoeba because people were still sort of setting up. So I went straight to Amoeba, and that's where I found that Miles Davis record, which is very hard to find. The one that came out right after he died, where hip hop,
we bop, de-bop.
Yeah, it's like
bop, bop.
It's a little more hip hop. It's sort of like
I have a CD of it.
It's sort of like they sampled Miles Davis, even though I think he recorded with them. But that's a hard record to find, and it was cheap. It's like $150 record, and it went on from there. We were there. Everyone kind of went off on their own. We met up. We kept interacting with people, running into everyone, and that's where we met up with a lot of people who comment and participate. It's we met up with Delphina was there. We met up with Chauncey was there.
Oh,
Chauncey's chatting. I hope Chauncey feels better. We Vinyl Piper and Cesar and Fluffy came by and Tugga was there. Tugga didn't come up to me so I can introduce him to everybody. Kimbo was there. Kimbo. Yeah, he was there with us.
Are you coming up, Kimbo? You coming up on the stream, Kimbo, a little bit, or you have to work? It's early. Should come up for a few minutes.
Look, the Amoeba that's around now is fine. I find it very similar to the old.
It's pretty big. The old one was great.
I don't understand what this means, other than having a small upstairs. That's where all the video shit was. It's like the same.
Yeah, and they have a little. They have a little.
It's a third smaller, which is
that
has nothing to do with it. They're a lovely store, but they do not carry my.
They hate your guts.
My rag.
But they have literally like 2 full rows of just T-shirts. So they pack that store in. So there's no less records. They have a whole book section up on it.
There absolutely are.
A mezzanine with a book section.
We ran headfirst around there, and I think, and then my friend Brad showed up, and we met up with him. And then Mazzy was a celebrity. Everyone kept running into him. He was Discogs. I ran into Chad's PR guy who I met before, and he was working with Discogs doing the same thing.
That's Matt. That's another Matt.
He's awesome, nice, very nice guy.
Yeah, he was at the Discogs event. I went to a Discogs event on Thursday night with my friend Chris. It was at Resilva. This company makes these high-end consoles, like retro consoles, more for interior design people or people who have money, because they're like 15 to 20 grand, but includes a stereo in there. Now, most of us would rather just have a nice stereo, but people who want like just a side thing with music and background music and don't want all the speakers and all the separate shit, they're beautiful. It's not my thing, but I see an audience for it. They had a reception there that Discogs hosted, and they had like an interview of it. Billy Idol was there showing. He picked 6 records from his collection. I'm gonna have a little video later with some of that in it. And he pulled these records from his collection. He was interviewed by I forgot her first name, but Sly Stone's daughter, who has a show on KCRW. Is that? Yeah.
It's right here.
Santa Monica. Yeah.
So,
Amanda, I saw three or 4 people wearing "It's the Music Stupid."
We Matt Penfield, who Mazzy didn't know who he was, from 120 Minutes on MTV, and
I know that show, and I remember the guy. I just didn't know his name from
about 2 years ago. I think he had a massive stroke.
Well, he got hit by a car a few years before that, and he fucked up his skull. He broke some bones, and I think that stroke was a result of that a few years later.
And there's a really good interview Rick Beato did with him that you should watch. But I had met him last year, and he was very nice. But this year we talked for like a half hour, and he was very nice.
Yeah, he interviewed me for about 20 minutes for Discogs, and I didn't know who he was when he was interviewing me. But he was interviewing me, so I didn't need to know who he was.
Go watch the Rick Beato thing. But what was so ran into everyone. If I forgot who, people remind me. And then we were there for probably 3 hours, maybe 4, and then we all decided to go to lunch. So we walked somewhere that wasn't horribly far away and had lunch. It was a nice lunch. And then we walked back and then kind of called it a day. Right? No, we didn't call it a day. We went to Safari because Safari did a big drop earlier in the day, and we just hung out at Safari for a bit. And then we went to Permanent, and kudos to Vinyl Piper, because he had set up a thing with Lance from Permanent, and there was probably about 12 of us, maybe, and we all hung out and drank beers, and Lance put out turntables we could listen to music we picked up, and we hung there for about 2 or 3 hours and had a great time just chatting. And then I had to drive Mazzy back to where he was staying, so him and Kimbo were just being horrible to me as I nicely drove them around LA.
For the record, I felt more safe and more secure in the driverless car Waymo than I did behind in the front seat in Rob's car.
You're fucking alive. You're alive.
No, you do the heavy braking, the fast and heavy braking before you rear in somebody. Before you don't rear in
electric cars are fast.
So then the next day, we pretty much all decided to go back to the show. We got early access again. When we went up early, like most of the dealers hadn't set up yet.
Right.
But then we hung there for like.
I'd like, it'd be good sometime. I wish I didn't even know the inside of that bar that Permanent had until we had to walk through it on the way out.
Nice,
that would be a good
club,
place to meet after a show sometime.
Inside that club, they have bins of records for sale.
Yeah, but just to hang out and have a drink there and just hang out, it's a cool space. And I didn't even know it existed. I knew there was something there, the Roadhouse, but I hadn't been in it before. But we just kind of walked through it on the way out. Someone said, first of all, this is not my stream to invite people. This is Rob's stream. And I was invited last night. Dom invited me last night as a kind of a
well, hold on. You send my link out to people.
Well, people I mean, I wouldn't send it to people that without your sort of permission, really, And it was great. Okay, here, Tom Rashawn.
Tom came to Permanent and hung out with us.
Yeah, Permanent. And I hope Tom has figured out the rat issue, and I'll leave it at that.
Oy. So I had a terrible time.
Well, 6 p.m. fine, Kimbo. That's perfect after a show. I mean, after a record,
So we met up.
He gave us some brewskis beforehand.
We didn't give them to us. Did you?
I mean, he served us. I didn't.
Well, he has them for sale in the record store.
That was my first beer at the Permanent Roadhouse ever.
Yeah, my first beer.
Alex was there. Who used to be Motoric, who's
Alex. Marimba. He hung out with us at Permanent.
Actually, I drove with him instead of Rob, just because I wanted to be safe.
And then we drove, and then Jeff Myers came. Jeff Myers,
right? So, I had a killer fucking time.
Yeah, but you don't do anything.
Patrick and I burned it up on Thursday. I mean, I bought more records on Thursday than I bought all year, which is insane.
I'll tell you. So Patrick
bought about 150 records.
No, he bought more than that because he drove down from Sacramento and stopped at multiple places. So Patrick has always praised a certain version of this record, which I have 3 versions of this. So Patrick says in the Dead Wax, it's an F at the end of the number. So Patrick had found one on his way down here at a store. So yesterday on Sunday, Patrick texted me, "Hey, I found one." So Patrick found me one. This is a Monarch with the F in the Dead Wax. I when I got home on Sunday, this was the first record I cleaned and listened to. Patrick is correct. If anyone says anything about Patrick, he says
like
about
Patrick.
this version.
I've never said anything bad about Patrick. Don't try to cause trouble here.
So I looked this up with the F in it on Discogs. What is listed is like 5 or 6 or 7 versions. From what I can tell, this is a mid-70s reissue with the F in it, but this is the Monarch pressing, and this really does sound very incredible. So if you could track this down, if you like this album, you will be pleasantly happy surprised and liked. So, and by the way, here's the Miles Davis one. This is the record that if you find it, it's desirable. I did get some records in the mail, Mazzy. I don't know if you got these yet.
They're on the way.
So I do write. I write blurbs for Jim for Record Collector News. So Crafts does send me some records. Mostly, I request some records from them. I don't ask for everything they put out.
Now, I just want to for official word. I just want to let you know it's been decided, and no one is using the S or the G word anymore for people who get free records. Negotiated that.
Hold on. I'll believe it.
I negotiated that. I didn't have to bomb anyone. I'm a good negotiator.
Okay, so Mazzy, again, I've said this. When those words are used, they're not used because that's what people do. They're used as another form of their anger towards.
But they're not. Hopefully, they're not going to be used anymore.
Okay, so everyone, no one will be using those words. We'll use other words because I believe
then I'll have to go in.
The anger and hatred still exists.
Well, that may be, but anyway, let's see what the records that were sent to you to listen to and to showcase.
So I'm not. So they sent me the two next Bluesville records.
One of the best reissue series going.
Well, yes, and weirdly enough, I have an OG of this. Not weirdly.
Oh shit.
I do have an OG of this.
Lightning Hopkins.
And then there's an interesting thing about this that I'd like to
keep it still so we can see it. You're shaking like you're a palsy victim.
Mazzy won't use certain words anymore, but he'll use the hate filled. So here's an interesting. Chad is involved with these reissues, right?
Yeah, I think he's helping them curate them, and I think they're QRP.
And he masters. He puts.
Is it Matt Luthen's, right?
Yeah. So there's an interesting thing about this one. This is John Lee Hooker with two jazz guys. It's him, Sam Jones on bass, and Louis Hayes on drums. Trio. The version I have of this is a OJC, but like a mid-2000s redo of the OJC, I think. It's like 180 gram, and it sounds amazing. And I heard a rumor or the story that Chad approached Kraft or whoever owned it at the time to do these. So there's like a mystery in who mastered them. There's also a Thelonious Monk Brilliant Corners like that. The one I have, it sounds amazing. And it's like this mid-2000 180 gram OJC. But when I can find my version of this, I'll compare them. But these are outstanding because I have them.
It's a great series, and
I have them both. So
I'm enjoying it. I want to say let's talk about now 60 years ago. Okay.
Wait. Can I just go over what I got real quick?
Oh yes.
So for me, it was the first thing.
Polite we are now. We're all polite again. Everything's beautiful.
So on Thursday, Patrick was staying close to me in Burbank. So I think started at Record Safari real early. And then we hit Atomic.
What time do they open?
10.
Then we hit Atomic. Then we hit Freak Beat. Then we hit CD Trader. Then we hit Deadly Wax. And I bought records at just about everywhere. And then I think we did one more place, and it was like, okay, we're tired. Friday was the great day. Friday was because we got to hang out with you guys. Went to some more stores. Dinner at Musso and Frank's was one of the highlights of everybody's life, I'm sure. And it was made even better by the fact that as we went around the table and ordered food, when the waiter came to me, and this is a classy place, waiters have like red tuxedo, jacket, whatever. And the waiter comes to me and he says, "What would you like?" And I said, "I would like the liver." Because I thought, you're going to go order liver, this could be the best liver you've ever had. The waiter goes, "Well, which liver? There's 2 livers on the menu." So I go, "Well, I want this liver." And he goes, "Oh, Keith Richards eats here all the time, and he always gets the liver, and he always sits where you're sitting." And he was like emotional about it.
Twice then you sat in a stone seat.
What was the other time?
Musso and Frank's. Our booth was where the Rolling Stones in that painting were sitting.
Yeah. So halfway through dinner, the waiter pulls me out and he drags me down a hall, and these guys thought he was taking me to meet Keith Richards. But what he was doing was taking me down a hall. We all went, and there was that painting.
I didn't go.
The Stones.
You all went.
Wait. Hold on. If Jim was a normal like Mazzy, did you take a picture of the painting?
I did.
Where is it?
It's on my phone somewhere in
He showed it at the table because I hadn't seen it.
Well, he could show it to the people he's telling
okay.
the story to.
So
We were in that booth.
Yeah,
I hear
look,
you.
I'm going to tell you people something. You go to a steakhouse, you don't get liver and onions. Hold on.
Look at the top group standing. Don't hold it. I mean, don't shake it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Those guys in the
Matthew has
back of
two
this
rules. Don't shake your hand when you're holding something.
Exactly.
Shut up, man.
Here we go.
So anyway,
and look, yeah,
that was us. And you're sitting right where he sits. The guy was really excited about it. So then I showed him the picture of Keith reading my paper on the bus. And I said, Keith Richards is the nicest guy in the whole world. And I guess he does go there. And another waiter came over. They fucking love that guy. So anyway, the liver was, in fact, possibly the best liver I've ever had in my entire life.
I had the pork chop.
Most of us had the pork chop.
We had martinis. I've never had a martini where they give you the leftovers in a little.
Well,
that was cool.
There used to be a place in San Francisco that has it. It's like like when you get a milkshake, you get the extra thing, the carafe or the
Can I
sidecar.
They're not open for lunch anymore, are they?
Hold on. Elliot Cruz. These records come out April 10th, and they're only $33. They're listed at $33. Great deal.
So obviously there's some sort of a connection between Keith Richards and me having to do with, just psychic energy of the world.
You're going to live to be 1,000.
The similarity is they both have done the same amount of drugs.
No. I never had access to that. But anyways, yes, great night. Oh, and then going to the show with you guys, VinylCon. I thought VinylCon was very good. I thought last year's VinylCon was good. This one was better. There were more people. I thought there was more,
but it didn't seem crowded. You could get to any booth. It wasn't like the WFMU.
On Friday, it got a little hot in there.
I wasn't there.
You
mean Saturday?
A lot of bodies.
Saturday.
But, they weren't open Friday, Jim.
I mean on Saturday. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, but not
first day was.
But I've been to things where you got too deep and you can't even get in. So
no, there were a couple of really amazing.
When they let everyone in, it was crowded.
Yeah,
I tried to get to.
I didn't feel cramped because the aisles were wide and stuff.
My friend Gary Farley from Third Eye Blind, you couldn't get to his table, and I bought 3 records from him. Anyone know who?
The place had air conditioning. It wasn't warm. I mean, I don't. If that's what
anyone know who Nils Fromm is?
Who?
Nils Fromm, F-R-A-H-M.
No one knows.
Piano player.
I know he is. I know he is. Rob, shut up.
Really nice stuff. Really nice. Nothing really to look at.
F-R-A-H-M, right?
Yeah.
I know he is.
I love this stuff. Sounds great. $10 each, no big deal. This was, so I walked in, first thing, we go to Rockaway, bang! 1977, UK, Punky's Whips. Now, I thought that I had a German. So guess what? I have 2 UKs now.
God.
I have 2 UKs.
How much did you pay for the other UK?
Approximately the same. And then I have the test pressing as well. That's the test pressing. American.
Looks like
wait.
That's like a legal document for your divorce.
That's not called live. That's not called Live in New York.
Yeah.
Why do
it's the version with Punky's Whips on it.
And
Richard,
how many different versions have Punky's Whips?
Okay, so the story of Punky's Whips is Zappa recorded this record live with a song on it called Punky's Whips, where he destroys a Warner Brothers band called Angel. And the lead singer is a guy by the name of Punky Meadows. And he just tears that guy a new rear end. Well, Warner Brothers said, no, you can't put it out with that. So in the United States, it only showed up as a test pressing, but in England, it got released and then they pulled it. So there's a lot of money in Live at New York here, quite a bit of money going.
My copy is a US copy that I found in a dollar bin.
Yeah. And then I picked up at Permanent, I got this Lyle Lovett record. I like Lyle Lovett. Deadly, I picked this up. It's like country gospel, really cool shit. I did pick up a British version copy of Make a Jazz Noise Here. I'm sorry, Jazz from Hell. And this was at Record Safari. This thing is freaking crazy.
Nah.
Yeah, we listened to this.
Yeah.
And everyone liked it.
Is that John Malkovich on the cover?
Yeah, it's John Malkovich on the, yeah. So this record.
John Malkovich album.
Yeah. So this record is a picture disc. Here's Malkovich. Okay. This side is really good. And there's even it's kind of like him talking and music in the background. There's
beat poetry.
There's mixes by Sean and Yoko on here. They mixed one of the songs on here, did a remix of it. Dweezil Zappa's did a mix on here, but this side is off the charts crazy ass.
Guys, you can't unsee that. Get rid of that.
This side has right in the middle on purpose, it has an endless loop. So if you don't notice it,
listening to this thing forever. It has a locked groove.
It has a locked groove that you have to fucking pick it up out of. But yeah, this is Sean and Yoko.
All right.
Listen, no, I'm serious. Yeah. Cryo Life 714 mixed by Yoko Ono and Sean Lennon, produced by Yoko Ono, Sean Lennon, Sandro Eric Alexandrakis. Yeah.
Did Sandro take the cover? Who took the photograph? I want to. There's a photographer.
Photographer, yeah, Sandro.
Yes, I know him.
Hey, well,
this is killer, Matt. You would love this.
No, it's not. He played.
It's a $10 record.
It's not killer.
Very interesting.
John Malkovich has a new movie coming out with Sam. What's his face? From the guy who did 3 Billboards, and so he does do legit shit, but he does do questionable things.
All right, I got one more.
Okay,
one more thing I got to show you. And that's this. And I went nuts at. I went crazy at Rockaway because at the show. I saw them. They had this at their table. This is 7.5 IPS. New Retransformer, one of my favorite records. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm very excited to listen to this. It's very good.
You have to rearrange.
Huh?
You have to rearrange your system to play it.
Yeah, and then because I am a shit. My whole paper's just shell.
I got. We don't use that word anymore.
I do. I'm trying to.
You showed that already.
Did I?
So let them show it again. We had more people today.
Killer Diller, man. Killer Diller. This is, live at the Armadillo World Headquarters in Austin, 75. And it's 2 complete shows. And they're very good. They're very good. It's great that they put this stuff out.
Scotty, we've had a...
Who is it? It's Frank Zappa, everyone.
Yeah, it's Zappa, Bongo Fury. It's really good.
That's Transformer.
Really good record. And then Transformer again. Can't wait. I'm going to probably listen to this tomorrow.
Clean your heads. Okay.
Yeah, I clean my heads. I clean my heads before every tape.
So before the show, there was an email sent out that the next Vinyl File record was announced.
Now let's talk about this because there's already people exploding. There's so many versions of that. First of all, this year is the 60th anniversary of Pet Sounds. Universal has two different lines that are coming out. Yesterday, we heard that Vinyl File is doing a double. I think it's like $50 or $55. It is mono and stereo.
Here
Now,
it
there
is.
is issues with the mono or stereo. One of the tapes is a copy tape and something, because Chad did these all analog, and they're excellent years
But
ago.
did he do mono?
He did mono and stereo, but Chad's are out of print. Well, one of them might still be available for $60. He has some copies that are $70 or $80. So there's no Pet Sounds that's all analog in print now, even though there's a million pressings of it. So if you don't want it, you don't need to buy it. If you already have it, great. I have the Analog Productions version, but this morning they announced this is the Definitive Sound Series. So it's the $100. It's a one step, you know. So it's interesting that there's a one step version
The
for
one
$100.
step's mono, not stereo. Right?
Yeah, the one step's mono. And tonight at 7 on Westman's show, Grover and these guys are going to be there talking about this. That's the big announcement Westman talked about. It's not the worst album of all time. Matthew, go get a job, Matthew. You know, it might be overplayed, overthink, but it's a great fucking record.
It's not a worst album. And I have like a 70s mono.
If you don't like it, that's fine, but it's not the worst album. You're a fucking lunatic.
Hold on. Let's not insult people.
Okay, you're right. We're not doing that anymore. But anyway, this is a lot of money, $100. And so if you don't want the one step on that super vinyl, I do have the Beck and the REM, which I got promos of those two. They're excellent, but I'm not a fan of boxes usually. But if you have to do a box, at least these are that really thin slipcase, so they're not bad for a box. But the Vinyl File to me is the ticket for $50 for a stereo and mono in one gatefold. That will be the one to get. I would think. No, but Alan, Chads are not available anymore, or if the ones that are available, he's charging $70 or $80 for. It's out of print. He lost the license.
Hey, Mazzy,
So
Mazzy,
you have
don't talk.
I have
Put your
Chads.
head on my shoulder.
Yeah, I actually the one that's digital. I have the stereo and the mono of all the Chad Beach Boy records, and they're all fucking excellent. The best one I think of all of them is Surf's Up, or Surfer Girl. Excuse me, Surfer Girl is the best out of all, the best sounding at least. Yeah, there was some issue with the tape, so there is some digital, but I think the stereo sound, I know it's all mono and that's the whole thing, but I like the stereo a lot. So at least now there's an option, but 60 years old, it makes sense to do an album this iconic on its 60th birthday. You know, I think Universal, what they should do is a Vinyl File. They'll never be able to do it, but since 2 years ago they did that 1964 Beatles Capitol box, they should this year do if the Beatles would give them permission, do Yesterday and Today Butcher cover 60th anniversary Vinyl File, the American. That would be cool.
Oh, this is Chad.
So
Hey, are they releasing anything this year? The Beatles?
Well, there's a lot of solo stuff coming out. No Beatle announcement yet. It's only March, so there'll be something.
I'm waiting for a Beatle announcement today.
This is the only Beach
Well,
Boys
there's a
record
documentary on the Lost Base. That's a documentary coming out. Looks cool.
Oh, thanks, Kimbo.
Can we talk briefly about the Moby problem?
Moby.
Okay.
What's wrong with Moby?
Okay. I like Moby's music. However,
So do I.
Okay. Moby said just this past week about the song, he said, the Kinks' hit song Lola is gross and transphobic. And he got all in on that song. And I wrote here, this is, first of all, 1970. Okay, Moby, if you're going to dump on one of my heroes, a songwriter, one of the best songwriters ever, Ray Davis for the Kinks, Moby samples music. Nothing wrong with sampling. He samples old like Alan Lomax field recordings and blues and gospel stuff. He first got popular sampling Twin Peaks music and had a big dance or a club hit with it. So come on, Ray Davis writes fucking great songs. So fuck you, Moby.
Well, wait, has Moby done anything?
Yeah, he does a lot of these ambient kind of hip hop. mixed music, and I like some of them. I like them. Not Moby Grape. Don't, you're too old, G.
I'm
Moby.
sick of what's his name with the Shorty song. I think it's time for me to. Nobody likes short people. Randy Newman.
Where's that coming from?
That guy.
No one was talking
Bobby,
about.
I think you're correct on 100 takes of good.
I think it's time to.
No one
Moby
was
can go
talking
after Ray
about
Davis. I
Randy
can go after. I can go after.
No
You
one
know,
was
but at least the Moby comment got Timothy Shamalama Ding
Oh.
Dang off the page of bitching about opera and ballet.
I think Moby should focus on the work of Frank Zappa and go after Frank because there's a lot there.
I found that this is a good album. I found this in a dollar bin.
Yeah, it's
Not
a
a good
song
album.
of its time. It's a great
Not a good
song.
album.
It's one of the Kinks' most popular
Not-
songs too.
Why
And
is
it's
this
not
not
a
a good
hit
album?
title.
Because it's what is it? The Beach Boys singing Christmas songs. I think the
Oh,
reason
Little
why is in the
Saint,
name.
Little Saint Nick, you're deranged.
You know,
That's
going back
not-
to let me talk about Lola again. You know, in 1972, most of the world, you know, who didn't go to, you know, either gay clubs or trans clubs or anything else, and the point of the story is like someone walking up and not knowing, you know, looked like a woman but acted like a man. Whatever the lyric is, I forgot. So it's a record of its time, and believe me, the Kinks were the last that would be homophobic or transphobic or any of that stuff, you know.
Yeah, I don't get that with them.
Yeah, it's like, come on, let's dig everything up. I know there's,
As a
you know,
kid growing
even
up,
as a
I did
liberal, I
not-
hate that wokey kind of bullshit.
It's a bit much. Come on.
Yeah,
I didn't get that it was transphobic as a kid growing up or anything like that. I just thought it was, oh my gosh, you know, just ooh.
I mean, it's
Hey, did anyone know that trans people existed before Renee Richards?
I'd like to think that I did, but
I mean,
yeah, it is fake controversy, but it's become a thing. Now you're going to see it everywhere.
you know, the thing of it is that
but
I would get so much more attention if I went after Randy Newman.
But you know what's what's great about it? There's a whole Dave Davis. I think he calls it
Davies.
He
On
calls himself Davies. The other one's
On
Davis.
this screen,
Anyway,
it's Davies.
Dave wrote a whole thing, like again, like a sort of a response to Moby, support of his brother and everything. You know.
Yeah,
No,
where is Ray?
People are sick of what? Which thing are they sick of now?
Where's Ray at? Why isn't he talking? Is he sick?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know.
And then
I think he's back in England.
Does Dave live here?
I don't know that. I should know it. Yeah, Ray is Davis.
here, Lola. I can't wait to put this
Mondo,
on.
were you listening in the last few minutes? I literally read it. Just Google it. It's a news story. Google it. There's a
Walk on the
Pitchfork
wild
article.
side.
There's a Pitchfork article on it that Dave responds to. Go to Pitchfork
Yes.
or any music magazine.
I mean, I think Moby comes out with this shit just to be relevant.
Moby used to
Well,
live in
people do say stupid shit
castle
that
in the
they don't
Hollywood
mean,
Hills.
and it's, you know, it's not woke, it's stupid, but someone will say,
Yeah.
Dave did
Well, no.
Dave did defend him. He did, and it's good that he did.
Yeah, but why isn't Ray defending himself? Where is he?
Oh yeah,
You know,
you talk about a bad
okay,
song, Brown Sugar.
Okay, what you just said. Remember how many people, like when I would talk about getting promos, and I get a lot of great people, supporters saying, "Mazzy, you don't have to defend yourself," and that's exactly probably what Ray
Oh,
feels.
hold on. This is an insult. You want to hear an insult that just happened to me? Historically, Mazzy's worst quality is the need for him to defend himself. I don't have to defend myself or feel the need to. So people telling you, I'm the one who's telling you. You don't need to defend yourself. It's ridiculous.
You want to see? Okay, fuck it. Never mind. I don't like you anymore.
Okay. Maybe Ray. No, I in my mind, Ray always was up for. clarifying things, right?
But not anymore. I think, at some point,
Ray
it's just,
was always around to clarify stuff.
I don't think he needs to. I think it was better that Dave came out and said something.
How old
And
is Ray now? Is he 80 yet?
Oh, yeah, he's like 82 or something probably. And he's Sir Ray. He's Sir Ray of Muswell Hill.
He was knighted.
He was knighted.
I thought he was threatening to always put out a new album. Wasn't he supposed to have a new album put out?
Ray?
Or the Kinks or whatever, yeah.
It won't be a Kinks album. That's fine. I don't, but Ray did those two great Americana records with the Jayhawks backing him.
But how long ago was that?
10 years ago or so. Back to back. Are you going to sing Lola? Are you going to sing Lola?
La 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 Lola.
I
think it was a stupid comment for him to make. I mean, that was a timely song. That was a song of a time.
Exactly.
I mean, that wouldn't come out now, and
It didn't seem,
but it didn't
stupid.
dump on anything. It was a guy walking up, not knowing, was surprised.
It's a guy's experience, and that's valid. That's valid.
Absolutely.
It's not like he was saying he hated him. He just was, shocked and surprised.
Look at the crying game.
I want to come out. I think it's time for me to come out on my stance of God bless America. God bless America.
Hey, yesterday was Shaka Khan's birthday.
wow.
It was my friend's
73rd. Hey, I'm just as crazy about Shaka as you are about the Beatles.
Now, is Shaka definitely a woman?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I've met her.
Okay. That's
Hey,
right.
I want to come out on my stance about Through the Wire. It's how old is Moby? Moby's in his 60s, I'm guessing.
He's 60. He's 60, yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's had long enough to come out on his
He
stance.
should know better.
Moby's at the get the fuck off my lawn stage.
He needs to eat some meat, probably. He'll be all right.
Is he a vegetarian?
So
He's a vegan.
He's a vegan. He's
got to go down to Musso and Frank's and get the
He's
liver.
related to what's his name? You know
Herman
that, right?
Melville. Herman Melville.
Yeah.
He's a
Who is
vegan.
he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's why he calls himself Moby.
Yeah. I mean, he's no Thomas Dolby.
Right. No. I like him though. I like his music. I like his remixes and stuff. He's good. I mean, he's not my go-to. If I was good between him and Dolby, I would go with Dolby.
That first record of his was very good.
Well, he's not a real. Okay, this is going to sound cheap. I don't see him as a normal songwriter. He's a producer.
Well, his biggest album, he wrote those songs.
Yeah, but Play is his biggest album. He wrote, but wait, he wrote the music, and then he used a lot of these.
He used a lot of samples, though.
Which is nothing wrong with using sampling. I'm not against sampling at all. But don't dump on a great song itself with lyrical production, everything. Ray produces all those Kinks albums too. So Moby does something cool, and he takes those Alan Lomax things. He takes all these found things and makes a cool. What I like about that sampling in those records, some people go back and listen to the Alan Lomax tapes and things, and they get turned on to other music.
Just like Fatboy Slim did it. Also, Eno and David Byrne.
Yeah, it was.
They did that kind of stuff.
Like late '80s into the '90s. That was a big thing, and it's good.
Yeah,
a lot of loops of that kind of stuff.
Fatboy Slim's coming out with his stance on Weird Al Yankovic's "Eat It."
Oh, I did. By the way, when I was I was staying with my friend Chris. He's got two setups. We did a whack-a-mole in his record room, but his main system is pretty nice. And those Logan, whatever the big speakers, like 30-year-old speakers, the giant ones. I'm not a fan of those. They sounded really good though.
His turntable looked cool.
That's the second turntable. His main one he has a P10 for his main turntable, but he played to Norman, and I finally heard it wax, so I have to pick it up. Tenor Man.
Right. So. Mazzy, here's the momentum you're starting with. You coming in and negotiating that certain things will not be said again, which I find very hard to believe that they won't.
We'll see.
Okay.
Oh, you make shill?
Up.
Say.
I'm a shill.
I'm asking. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not stating
Well, at
the
least
fact. I'm asking.
Scotty didn't call any of us.
I'm a
that.
lish.
Not
No,
calling.
I never would. I don't do. I'm not into that stuff. I
Good,
don't
good.
categorize people
So
like that.
Mazzy, there's a tone poet coming out called Tenor Man. Mazzy's
It's out.
self-centeredness read
It's
it
out.
as to Norman.
To Norman.
Well, there's no space in it. You've seen the cover. And then Rob did his clever artwork, of course. Let me find that. You know,
Well, they
Rob
do that with my profession. Therapist, they're rapist. Massage,
Exactly.
they're rapist. Some people have said that to me.
We don't mock that kind
Disgusting.
of stuff. Buddy. We don't mock
Disgusting.
Hey, Mazzy, while you're looking, someone has made a comment about your best friend.
Monkeys fans rejoice. Andrew Sandoval announced yesterday podcast that the next Beatle will be focused on season. Yeah, I did run into and I hung out for about 10 minutes with Andrew Sandoval at the show. He was there.
Hey, to me, the big story wasn't Moby. The big story was Afroman won his case. Afroman.
Great
What is
story
that?
that is.
I don't know what that
great.
is.
Phenomenal story. That is so much fun.
Isn't that great?
Oh, that's so
Made them
cool.
all look like fucking fools, man.
That guy, did you see the footage of them?
Yeah, crying,
on
carrying
trial.
on. Yes, and he came in with a long fur coat and American flag suit with his big
And he
afro.
was the most intelligent of
He
all of them.
yeah,
Man.
he mocked the shit out of
That was bad ass. Those cops looked like
I
such
love that.
idiots.
That was so cool.
How many? So the
And
one
now
cop,
I think he's going to come out with a lemon pound cake. He's going to come out with a lemon pound cake.
the cop wanted $10 million because people sent him 1,000 lemon pound cakes. That was awesome. That was good.
That was great.
That made my weekend.
I love it.
Yeah.
To Norman.
To Norman. Hey, Rob, do you know this record?
I have a copy right here. I actually have a copy right here. But your internet.
Have you heard it yet?
Your internet sucks.
It's acting weird. I know. Is my voice cracking?
No, your image and you're stuttering.
Oh, okay.
You talk like a woman, but look like a man, Scotty.
Paul Motion. It's a good album. You can't go wrong with that.
Okay,
Paul
good.
Motion.
I'm glad. I know. Yeah. I'm Grace Jones. Is that what you're saying, Mazzy?
No, I just.
Where did Jim go?
He's. I don't know. He's looking through his filing cabinet.
I can't wait. I just threaded the Lou Reed reel to reel onto the reel to reel machine. So as soon as this thing's over,
the machine's not hooked up.
Rob.
Yeah, it is. It's hooked up.
Rob and Jim.
You hear it?
First of all, Jim, thank you for putting me on the guest list there. I appreciate that.
That was my pleasure.
When is the show in August?
I don't have a date yet.
No date yet? LA in August. Wow. I'm surprised.
Well, last year he did. Last year he did it in August and it was fine.
This was better, right?
This was better because this was the second one, but
well, won't be any hotter than this. It's usually hot in August. I bet you there's a hot August night.
Yeah, that's another problem that we have right now. Because
Mazzy will be chilling that new.
Oh, here's an announcement.
I wasn't going to admit it to anybody, but I bought this record too.
Here's an announcement that just came out too, which might be interesting. I really liked Rick Rubin did 2 or 3 Neil Diamond records after he did Johnny Cash and Donovan.
He did 2,
and I have them both. I have them both on CD. Well, Universal just announced last week that there's outtakes coming out on vinyl from those sessions. I don't know exactly what is, and that's coming out like next month, I think. So,
cool.
That's kind of cool. I mean, I like that, like scale back, just him and the guitar and Neil Diamond stuff, writing songs, not the big production, the lush stuff, like he did for Johnny.
He did the album 12, right? The album 12.
Yeah, that's a good record.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I can't wait for the new Joe Jackson record. coming out.
What is?
Yes,
I don't know.
Josh D. Yes, I'm gonna probably do an auction in 2 weeks.
Oh, Bill. One thing of news when I saw Billy Idol. I mean, he didn't stop, unfortunately, and talk to people or he couldn't get anything signed, and a couple of people wanted me to get something signed for them, and he didn't do that. His person or people walked him out, and so he seemed very shy and very, but he brought his own records and stuff. But he did announce that I don't know when it's coming out. There's a documentary on him coming out. I think it's the time. All these people, him and I are like almost the exact same age.
Yes, it's amazing, isn't it?
He's still got the great hair, and he's got the big boots, the spikes on.
He did a commercial where he was dressed as like a nebbishy business guy.
Yeah. Well, he looks exactly like you'd expect Billy Idol should look. So he's in his.
Were you surprised by a record he showed as one of his favorites?
No. When you watch my video coming up later today, it'll talk about the records he showed.
I don't watch your video.
I know you don't.
You don't watch anybody.
It's stuff. I think all but 2 of them I have, and one of them I have a song on a comp. One of them I don't have at all. But we grew up in the same time, different places, so we got exposed to this kind of music, and so.
You won that record, damn B. So enjoy.
What label is Joe Jackson on now? Do you know?
I don't know. I just happened to see it earlier. That it's a new record coming out. I like him. He's on tour again, I think, too. So
very cool.
He was on Omar.
Yeah. So I'm really pissed. I'm not going to get political, but I'm really pissed at this. This whole thing with the visas and stuff. I had tickets to go see Chucho Valdez on Sunday at the in Tampa. And we didn't get any notification until I got to the will call, and he had to postpone his concert because they couldn't get the visa situation so backlogged that they couldn't get into the country. So he's from Cuba, incredible salsa musician. So really pissed. He's an iconic piano player. He's like 80. So I was like, fucking regime, man.
Your internet.
When is Florida going to get real internet?
Never.
What's the name of the new Joe Jackson record? Schnee?
Yes, all these technical things.
Schnee, what's the name of the new? I told people last week I've been listening to the new Squeeze record. That's very good. Trixies.
There's a new Squeeze record?
Yep. It's songs they wrote as teenagers. It's called Trixies.
It is good though, because I didn't like the last one that much. Not that interesting to me.
I also briefly hadn't met him before, Tone Scott. I haven't seen him around in a while.
Is he here?
Tone Scott.
I don't know that guy.
He writes. He writes for your comp. I think he writes for Goldmine or something, or
online. They have an online presence.
Yeah.
So where'd you meet him?
At the that little Discogs interview couch by the coffee thing. Right. They had an espresso company or do espresso drinks and stuff.
I got invited to the shit turd Discogs party.
Which one was that?
It's Jim. He's talked about it already. He talked about it the other day.
Tell him.
Did
about
you go?
Rob. You tell him.
No.
It was last year. Never mind.
Oh, last year.
Have you heard it, Schnee? It's on Rough Trade Records.
If you want to get, I don't know if they're still available or which ones are still available, but what Intervention did for the Joe Jackson, like they did the first 3 or 4 Joe Jackson records, are excellent.
Well, there's that one.
I have 2 of them only.
The one with the jazz cover. That if you find an OG, which is like a $5 record,
I have that. I have it.
It's very compressed. Like the dead wax is like that thin. It takes up most of the disc.
How come Stephen Schnee? Well, he doesn't buy records. I thought he might come to the VinylCon.
Yeah. Why didn't you want to meet up with anybody, Stephen Schnee?
I've never met Stephen Schnee. I'd like to meet Stephen Schnee.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, David Atkinson, you can read that. I kind of agree with that. It's like, what's the point? And I don't. Anyway, I agree with you, David.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna do a video because if I have an original copy of a record and I get the new one, I'll honestly say which one sounds better.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I always when I get promos.
Yeah, but typically
when I get promos, I say, and as I said, no one's paid me. No one's given me money, paid me for videos. I said I said on that the only thing I got worth value aside from promo records is the Humming Guru Nova, and I said I got it, and my deal was them to do a video on it, and that was it. I say it's specific there, but I know you're supposed to push that button. They're saying,
okay, Mazzy.
No, I'm just that's my logic.
No, I'm not going to bash.
They're talking about terms and service with you.
Hold on. I'm not going to bash you. I think there's two different things. You got one for free, and then you did a video on it. But I will have to say, you had a Humming Guru before, right?
I bought one. Yes.
And you never had any device to clean records before, right?
Exactly.
And you got it.
And I reviewed it.
You paid for it. You paid for it and ended up liking it.
And that's what they saw. And then when the new one came out, they
so it wasn't really a bad choice to say, I'll take it and know that it was pretty much going to be good.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yes.
But yeah. But anyway, thanks, David.
I mean, through Jim, I get access and I write little things for Jim's paper, and then he doesn't publish them.
I remember back in the LA Weekly days, that same shit was going on. Everyone was jealous of the reviewers who made no fucking money. Everyone was jealous of all the stuff they got to review, and then they traded it in or sold it.
They sell the records. They still do it. I pick up promo records at stores I go to because some reviewer sold it back to the store.
There's infamous stories about someone like Lester Bangs, very famous as a reviewer, one of the more famous reviewers, got paid shit. And he would always sell records, trade records. He'd get free shows, drinks at shows, whatever, things like that. That's what reviewers did. They, and in the written press, you never say like Grill Marcus or whoever saying, "Oh, the new Springsteen, and by the way, it was sent to me free," and blah, 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 blah. And they were getting, some of the writers wrote features at Rolling Stone, did okay. And then they would do books and things beyond it to make more money.
Those writers couldn't afford to buy all those records. They can't afford to buy them.
No.
They don't get paid enough.
Right.
Hey, can I open a 48-year-old record right now?
No.
So that would be...
you're calling it a 48-year-old record?
1978?
Yes, 1978. I think it's a 1978. I know it is. So I showed this as a record I picked up at the show. This Horace Tapscott sealed. Slow-Mo from New Mexico is one of the sellers that were there. And if anyone knows, I told the story where there was a warehouse found with these records in it, and they bought a bunch. They had 4 sealed copies. And when I went back, it looked like they sold every single one of these. So this is an old record, and here's George. Let's see if I can open this. And blood doesn't go everywhere. Wow. There you go. It's open. 48-year-old record.
What's it smell like?
The air smells like the heart of disco. And there's there's some sleeve burn.
Yep.
But it should sound fine. It's flat. It looks flat. Yep. There you go. Wasn't that exciting, everyone?
God, we got a heavy fucking rainstorm now. It's crazy.
Well, it's because you came back to town. All right. What do you? Okay. So Anthony got a new Chad Living Stereo 45. Side 3 and 4 came with a bad dish warp.
Hey, can I show something to University of Vinyl?
Very impressive. Well, hold on, Anthony. Did you reach back out to them? You got to let them know when they send shit like that. That's like a premium product.
Uh-oh, what's this? What the hell is this? Oh my God, that looks like page something of the new issue of Record Collector News that's at the printer, so it can't even be fucked
Is that a
with.
taco in a record?
What is it? What is that?
It's the piece by University of Vinyl that was supposed to run last issue that got pulled because I got a full page ad at the last minute.
Now, how come you didn't use a see-through vinyl there in that image? Now, let me ask you this: I don't know. Is that an AI created image?
No, you can get those. At,
or is that
of course it is. Hey, Patrick's here. So, anyways, Tim, I just want you to know I can't quit you. You're in. You're in. You are in, baby. You're on. I'll tell you the page number. 18. Not bad. Before the cover story. Yeah, I felt bad about last month. But
I just found out some good news I didn't even know about.
What is that?
My spring break is next week.
Well, supposedly today they're supposed to announce the McCartney ticket thing.
Yes.
Tim said he took that shot. Nice.
How many tickets do you think they'll let each person have? Two?
Two. No more than two.
Who wants to go if I get picked today to go? I signed up for Friday night.
I set up for Friday night too, but I'm not flying back to LA. I would have stayed if they announced it yesterday if I got one. But
for what? What are you talking about? Talking about what?
McCartney Friday and Saturday at the
McCartney
at the
show.
Honda Theater.
So everyone, Friday and Saturday in LA at the Honda, the Fonda Theater, which supposedly holds 1,200. That seems bigger. I've been in there before. It seems like a little more than I thought it held. But hopefully you get a ticket, and hopefully it's not $500 each.
I bet you it's 100, 150 tops, because he played the Bowery Ballroom last year. Tickets were $50, but they were announced the day of, or I think the morning of, in person only.
Well, if they're $50, that will be awesome. Hey, Rajesh, look, it was not time eminent that you made this comment. It's easy to see Angela Lansbury is long dead. She is deader than dead. Thank you.
Hey, Matthew, guess who's 5 days Beneficial Social Club's going to be here for 5 nights.
Who's left?
September.
Oh, very nice.
In October.
Who's alive? It's all new people.
I know. It's going to be interesting.
It's the vibe more than the individual.
Probably.
I mean,
you know what, Mazzy? It's the music, stupid.
They're not going to be $900.
Mazzy,
Ibrahim won't be there, obviously, but
was there a bootleg "It's the Music, Stupid" T-shirt someone was wearing?
That wasn't a bootleg. That was the OG.
I want to see Jerry Harrison and Adrian.
I saw 3 or 4 people wear Mazzy.
But I'm too old.
All right, I have a rant to do. I have a rant for everyone.
That Lennon concert film, I didn't even look it up because we saw a screening of it at the Dolby Theater in October, so I already saw it in a theater. I may go again, but I don't know. I didn't look it up yet. For the Lennon 1-to-1. Patrick's been so quiet. He must be exhausted.
Yeah, how you doing, Patrick?
I'm okay. I'm just kind of cleaning records. I'll be cleaning records for probably the next week and a half, 2 weeks constantly.
Yeah, how many total records did you pick up, do you think?
150? I don't know. A whole lot.
What was the one record that you found was a find?
Well, there were quite a few that were finds, but if I could
like
break
a
it
record
down.
you've been looking for and you found it.
Okay, well, I started cleaning this stuff. Well, these four will do for now. So this is Who Killed Colonel Mustard board games. This is a New Zealand band, very rare.
That looks like something Vinyl Piper and Kimbo would buy.
This is that modern English that we listen to. I cleaned it. Go ahead.
That album is excellent.
Yeah. So I cleaned it, and the beginning was so noisy, it's clean as a whistle now.
Oh, nice.
And this was one I was actually looking for. This is a UK Plum of Led Zeppelin 3. There you go. Dude, I got this from those guys that were from Cardiff, Wales, that were selling. They so much good stuff, and for reasonable prices. This was another one I was looking for. This is an original UK of London Calling, mastered by Tim Young, Tom and the Dead Wax.
Love that album.
And this is probably the best thing I got from Rockaway. This is an OG Brunswick, The Who, My Generation mono. So really,
Wow.
I was actually looking for this too.
I have that version.
And I also, and the Audiophile USA people there were kind enough to underprice this Yes Fragile record. There you go.
Is that a UK? That's a UK?
Original UK first press. Yeah, beautiful. So those were just some of them. I did very well. That's all I'll say. I mean, I all the ones that I've cleaned and spot checked, I mean, they all sound wonderful.
My favorite, I like going to record stores with Patrick, especially stores that I like going to, but people don't pay attention to. We went into Poobah, and Patrick, how many records did you buy there?
Oh man, maybe 15.
Wow.
I wouldn't have noticed.
That's not that big of a store. That's a small store, really.
Well, that store had a lot of stuff you don't see at other stores. They don't have a lot, but what they have there is not the usual shit that you see everywhere, which is good or bad depending on what you're looking for. But they had a lot of like heavy psych and some hair metal stuff that you don't see every day. I thought it was great.
Tom Rashawn worked there back in the day.
Oh, he worked. Well, yeah.
Is Cult Vault 67 Alex? Is that Alex? Cult Vault 67?
No, that's Jeff Myers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, Jess, it was great. That was the best part of the whole thing for me, is that everyone that got together, I was never quote unquote alone. There was always somebody there, and the lunches that we had were wonderful. The dinners that we had with the little bit smaller group, but the big lunches were really good. And the hang at Permanent was great. I got to physically meet Tom Rashawn, Jeff Myers. I met Cesar and Fluffy and Delphina, and and Lance from Permanent hung out with us. It was a lot of it. It was great just to hang out with those people. So yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of it.
There was not one bad experience for me the whole weekend.
I mean, Kimbo Kimbo undercutting Vinyl Piper was pretty funny, to get that.
Okay, so I hung out the most with Kimbo because I drove him around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But him saying that hey Lavelle, if I knew they had 4 copies of it this weekend. The funny thing is Piper said, well, I'm gonna go to Safari this morning. So Kimbo said, well, I'm going to go to the show and buy that record that Piper wants. So
it was a lot of fun. It was fun playing DJ with dollar records. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. Here's the funny thing. At Permanent, he puts his dollar bins out outside. Patrick walks up and pulls like 10 recorers out of it.
I pulled like 20 records out of it.
20?
Yeah.
For me, the only downside for me was there were more than one lactose involved milkshake.
Dude, you have the ability not to eat ice cream. You can say no.
We hit that place in
here's what Jim does. Maybe a scoop of ice cream will be okay for Jim, but he says no. Pour milk in it and spin it up.
I didn't know
So when you run into the
Jim was
bathroom?
lactose intolerant. So I'm the one that suggested ice cream. I said I could go for a milkshake on the day it was super hot. I'm like going,
It
man, let's
wasn't
go
as
get a
bad as
milkshake.
it sounds, but
Hey, man,
but there
does
was a bit
anyone
of a
remember
bumper.
those old Time Life commercials about like?
I need to rethink my milkshake action.
Hold on. Does
It was good
anyone
to meet you
remember
too, Cesar.
those Time Life commercials about like stories of the occult? It was like a collection you could buy, and they tell a story about like Jean's daughter was murdered, and then she got a
Jason
strange
Bateman.
sensation. When Jim goes and eats ice cream, his toilet lets out a whimper.
Remember the George Carlin bit about his stomach talking and giving away, like,
Yeah.
we're poor.
Yes.
And that's what my stomach was doing.
Oh no!
And by the
I
way,
had the
I did get recognized a couple of times at the show. So there you
Thank
go.
goodness.
I was not
Well,
just
I
the
had-
entourage this time. I was not just the entourage this time. So I felt better. So
Have you-
It was great because when I only walked for about maybe 3 minutes with Patrick, and he did do the obligatory 3 steps behind me thing. So
yeah, I did. But, there's a certain force field that Mazzy emits.
Hey.
As he walks through the place. It's like the
Hey,
parting of the Red Sea when Mazzy goes down the aisle.
Hey, Mazzy,
I imagine.
What about the guy who was wearing "It's the Music, Stupid" t-shirt?
well, that's what I did.
That was his friend. That's the guy that came up.
No.
There was a couple guys. One of my friend, I had a friend that wore one, but in my video, there's a guy. I don't know the guy, and I saw him, and I literally turned my camera, walked to him. He goes, "Hi, Mazzy." Like never met the guy my entire life. He bought it.
But he came up to you and asked you a weird question, right?
that was a different guy.
What did the guy who asked you the weird question? What was the question?
Mazzy's friend asked me to find him the best Led Zeppelin 1. That's what he wanted from me.
Oh, okay. I don't know that guy. No, I don't know the guy. Yeah, he said, he asked me, and I said, rightly so. I said, you got to talk to Peebythal, Patrick. He knows.
Oh, I thought that was your friend.
No, he's not my friend. He was a guy that recognized me and thought, people think I know about pressing. I do not. I know what I learned from you.
Very
I know
nice,
about.
Russ.
I know some. I know a little bit about certain things, but no, you're the guy, and I
will say one thing. Hanging out with Vinyl Piper and Kimbo to a lesser extent made me feel not so bad about the money I was spending. So,
dude, Patrick, I have to mail Kimbo's records back to him. It's like a stack this big.
Kimbo's an unassuming fucking record collector fanatic. I mean, he's as bad as anybody, but he's very unassuming. He doesn't show his stuff. He just kind of keeps it to himself. But he bought a pile. So, yeah.
I put it in one box. I'll just mail this box to him, and I could barely lift it. So I got to break it up into 2 different boxes.
He keeps it on the down low that he's like got a shit ton of records. Whereas Piper just says, "Wow, look what I got." So,
well, the thing about Piper is he doesn't buy a shit ton of records. He
buys
buys
expensive
People
records.
recognize my paper.
Yeah.
People recognized my paper.
I mean, I probably picked up between all the days everyone was here. I think at the show, maybe I picked up 25 records total, maybe more.
So I want to thank Jim for being my personal chauffeur. So and I told Jim this at dinner. I mean, I talked to a bunch of people. No, seriously, I'm going to say this because I would tell people, hey man, I'm here, I'm hanging with because I name drop Jim's name just so maybe I get a discount, right? I probably told this to 10 people, and every single person that I mentioned that I was with Jim would say at the minimum that Jim's a good guy or that Jim is a great guy. Not one person ever had a bad thing to say about Jim.
I did.
Honestly, that's one thing I've known since I've met Jim is that I've never had anybody say anything but, well, maybe one person, but I've never had anybody that counts say anything bad about Jim. So
someone told me,
don't mess with Jim.
Someone told me that guy Jim is a chazer.
I am a pig. I can be a vindictive asshole piece of shit sometimes. Thank you.
I'm sure you can. Like, well, I mean, you're not too happy when people tell you that your big speakers sound worse than your little speakers. So
you know what though? You cannot believe how good shit sounds right now. I moved stuff out. I'm just listening. I don't care. I'm just listening with the little speakers are perfect for this room.
Hey, Jim,
those little hardbells sound great.
I have a good idea for a video for
we
your
all
channel.
tried to bend over to Jim. I mean, he's there.
He was at lunch, Cesar. You saw him, didn't you? You were at lunch. He was at lunch with you.
I think we were at lunch together.
Yeah.
So
all the time. That was a great together. It really was.
Mazzy got buzzed that night. Mazzy was a little hammered that night.
Well, my friend Chris brought a magnum of red wine of French wine. He had a magnum, so he had to pay a corkage. And I didn't realize, like, in my day, I don't bring wine to rep, but I have had friends that bring wine, and it used to be a $10 or $15 corkage at the most, right? And I guess I haven't been to a restaurant where anyone brought wine in 15 years or whatever. So he brings a magnum. That's a big. We finished it. Yeah. The corkage was $80.
That was a killer bottle of wine.
But it was a really good bottle of wine.
I didn't drink any of it.
Yeah.
This is how they serve you your martini. There's your martini, and then
it's called a sidecar, Rob.
Sidecar.
Did Jim tell his Keith Richards story already?
Yes, I did. I could tell it again though. If you all
no, it's okay.
Gabby, nobody had steak. I don't think I had pork chop.
I had steak. I had to New York.
Oh, I do have news. So I have news. So, we talked to Chad's PR guy. This Chad Fest thing. He said they have not released official announcement yet about Chad Fest. It should be coming probably next month.
Right.
And I don't want to go into the specifics of what he told me, but the official announcement of Chad Fest will be probably next month. And there's a reason they haven't done it sooner.
And by the time that happens,
tickets will be
airfares will be double because of the oil situation.
Hey, Matt, I don't want to be what's that?
That's not political. It's just
economical. So this is the Verlaines. This is a Flying Nun record that I got there. So I got a few more records that were really good that I thought I should. This is Blodwyn Pig, A Head Rigged Out. This is from the guys from Cardiff on the Pink Island label. This is a great record. The original guitar player for Jethro Tull. This is the Textured Humble Pie. This is a UK press, again from the same guys from Cardiff. But I got this one.
Where were those guys at?
They were right next to Audiophile USA. Right next to them. This is a Cannes Monster Movie, OG German Liberty. And last but not least, I got my own Couch album. That's the -F.
It really does sound killer.
So one thing I noticed, and hope Lance isn't listening. So I was at Permanent Records, and I saw this record, not this one, but the Couch album, and the cover looked different. So I pulled it out, and it was a Classic Records reissue he had for $8. So
what?
Yep.
This
Classic
time or last time?
This time.
Ouch. I mean, I've benefited from that. But I'll tell you, man, it was a great weekend. It's always fun. Mazzy doesn't like doing it. Hanging with Patrick and digging with Patrick is really.
I don't like doing it. I like doing it, but I don't. I enjoy watching you guys dig. I like to watch.
Yeah, and it's creepy.
He's a voyeur, a vinyl voyeur.
Did anybody happen to see Vinyl Casting this morning?
No, Jim doesn't like to dig either, though. Oh, that the one with the empty chair?
Yes.
What is that? What is that signifying? I didn't get the meaning of that. So
hold on a second.
Oh, here's one thing I'll say, Mazzy. I wasn't saying about you being political. I don't normally like to be political, but I saw something this morning that was hysterical. So, you know who Lynn? Okay, we'll do this first.
Scotty, it's an EP, 10 o'clock in the afternoon.
So what does that mean? I don't
get it. I didn't get it.
Hey, Vinyl Community Casting, I know you watch.
Does that mean he's committed? Does that mean
like
he's
I
that
like
means
to
nobody
watch.
shows up? That means nobody shows up, or what?
I'd like to watch. I mean, this was good.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means.
You know what
It's
that
like you woke,
means?
No, I
you
know
woke
what
up.
that means.
You woke up next to Vinyl Dale. It's like you Coyote Ugly.
Hey, so
But that's Train Spot. Well,
so Mazzy, you know who Linda McMahon is?
Yeah, it's like
Remind
Vince's
me.
wife.
It's
Oh.
Vince McMahon's wife, but she's the education secretary.
okay.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So she sent a letter to Harvard, like a finger waving letter about what they're not doing and supposed to be doing. So you know what Harvard did, Mazzy? You should look this up.
I didn't.
Harvard. So they took a red pen to the memo letter and pointed out all the grammatical.
They edited it.
And
I'm not surprised.
And they sent it back to her.
I'm not surprised.
Nice.
I mean, the woman called AI A1. I still can't get over that.
Ouch.
Still can't get over that.
Ouch.
She's a
What are we talking about?
moron.
I didn't get a Count Bishop's 45. I actually got 3 45s. I dug for 45s. First time at a convention I've ever Count Bishop's, and I got this cool cactus picture sleeve from France. That's what I like about the European countries. They make these cool picture sleeves we didn't get in the U.S.
All right, there's someone's coming in who's camera shy. It's Vinyl Piper.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hello there.
Hello.
How is
Shalom.
it going?
I'm now Jewish from hanging out with all these Jewish people over the weekend.
Well, Piper's not Jewish.
I know, but you guys are.
I'm extra Jewish.
Scotty's Jewish.
I'm Jewish adjacent.
And we
I'm
hung
Jewish
out with you
adjacent.
on our
Yeah.
Sabbath. We hung out with you.
When Jim and I hang together, we technically are two Jewish people.
It's two Jewish.
Because he's by himself, he's half a Jewish person.
You're technically an old Jewish couple is what you are.
Patrick, how was that Bakersfield record store?
You know, it wasn't. I mean, the new arrival section is great, and they have a lot of punk hardcore stuff, and they had some. I got one record off the wall, a Jayhawks record. They have a ton of jazz. I mean, like crap ton of jazz. Like I said, they wouldn't let me take film or pictures. But they have a whole long wall full of jazz wall albums, and they've got like a whole freaking crap ton of jazz albums.
What is that store? That's
Going Underground.
Hey, Piper, you want to drive up to Bakersfield?
I do. Did you see Vinyl Richie? I do want to go up there one day.
No, I was in a hurry, and I totally spaced out stopping by your place. I swear to God, I was like so in a focus to get home. I was like I just want to leave, and I actually made good time. I got home by 5. But
yeah, I will send you
parlor in Bakersfield. Killer.
I will send you the Tormato, probably today or tomorrow. The white label promo.
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to the Tormato so I can like have Circus in Heaven in promo quality.
So VinylCon was better than in August, and it was good. And just seeing everybody was great. Just walking through the aisles and seeing people you recognize or being recognized. I had dealers come up and they were just like, "You want this box right here?" And I was like, "What?" I didn't even know them, and they point me to a psychedelic box.
Nice.
And it was just fun. And then Permanent Records. I think Mazzy's right. If we would have been in that bar, and I wanted Mazzy to be up on stage to do his live stream from 5 to 7, and people come up and he talks to them and we're all drinking. Next time.
If we plan that would be good to plan out next time.
That's
so
cool
instead of
little
5 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock, or maybe they can open an hour early. I don't know. And we could, whatever.
Right.
But 6 o'clock is fine. I mean, shit.
Yeah, everyone come in August. It'll be a great time. This one was better than last time.
Where's that Dick Dana who stole all my records?
I'm going to get printed.
Well, actually, technically, I have them here, Piper. I have to mail them to him.
Oh,
Maybe
right,
you could sell them to him for twice the price.
You know, you have to slip a Mac Davis record in there, don't you?
Yeah, but here's the thing about Dana. He has a great sense of humor, but I think practical jokes on him are wasted. He just
so here,
mild temper.
Because he would buy that Mac Davis record.
So Jim put those two Mac Davis records in my bag that I left at his house, and so I took those two Mac Davis records back to the record show, and so we walk in and there's like a couple of speakers against the wall by the elevator. So I put these two fucking Mac Davis records behind those, and come back an hour later. They're still there. Now the speakers are gone. They're out in the open for everybody to have access to these two Mac Davis records. Nobody touches them for 2.5 hours. They sit there. Jim comes in, swoops them up, gets them back again, and takes them home. Yeah, there you go. They're the Mac Davis records that just sat there for hours and
hours and hours.
Nobody took them.
We're at a record show. We're at a record show where people come to get records, and people must have vision where there's a stink ring around that.
You know what would have been funny is to make a little sticker, a big sign, right? Like, you know, first.
I was hoping he wouldn't open
$500 and stick it on someone's,
there you go. I was hoping he wouldn't open that bag until he got home. It was really tight and kind of a pain in the ass. So.
It was better that way because now we have the picture of the Mac Davis records at VinylCon being
on the wall, in the corner. Prentice says he sent me proof. I don't see it.
I do. I still have that record for sale.
Well, Luke, you want it? Reach out to Piper.
Can I show a couple of things that I found?
Okay, this will be interesting.
Nobody will know these bands, but they're cool.
The same dealer that Dana found, he found a Northwest guy who had stuff, and this is the Music Emporium, which is the album is like a $5,000 album. Record Safari had one, VG, and a guy was there, waited all night to get it. But this is the only single from that album, and it's just a rare psycho. It was great.
Wait all night to pay $5,000.
Yeah, he did.
Don't play the B side of that record. You get it. So.
Right. And we played that at Permanent Records. And then on the last day, I try to get as much of the San Francisco sound singles that I can.
That's cool.
This is It's a Beautiful Day, Whitebird.
That's their hit, right?
Columbia
Matthew Katz
version,
and Matthew Katz. The sleeve came with his address, I guess, after he left San Francisco.
Biggest fucker. He died just 2 years ago. Finally.
So did they? So did they put that out and then they got signed to Columbia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
and then they're also
up a lot. Like you remember, Tower of Power was on the label, and then Warner Brothers picked them up. Their first album was Sparkling in the Sand. East Bay Grease, is that the one? Is on San Francisco.
Well, I've got the comp somewhere here. Cesar found Slow-Mo. Slow-Mo was a great dealer. I bought stuff from them last year.
I thought it was Slow-Mo.
Slow-Mo, however you...
Slow-Mo. I bought stuff from them in Austin.
Carlbach.
They're at Austin Record Show. I bought stuff from them there last year at VinylCon.
I think I bought my Halloween records from Slow-Mo.
Cesar bought a bunch of 90s, and I saw this. It's a UK 12-inch, which I didn't have, and I have all the 12 inches. So I finally convinced him that he had too big of a stack, and he let me have that, which is great. On Saturday, I found Three Souls in My Mind. This is a 79 reissue. It's a Mexican psych rock band, and it's really, really good. It's blues-based. But then on the next day, I found the original. Translucent World. This is a really interesting psychedelic crazy guitar. Happy to find that. Doug's is another Mexican psych, nice cover. But I got this really cheap, the original 78 pressing. I went, and when I first got there, I went through my Discogs on the app to see what I had, and I didn't have this. I didn't have another record, and I didn't realize until 3 purchases in, I was logged out of my Discogs app. So it said I didn't have anything, and I had the first 3 records that I bought, including this.
Mono, you don't see the mono very often.
Right, but I didn't have the mono, and it's super clean. So, and he just passed, so I'm glad to have that. But
$20 bucks. $20 a good price.
No, and it's super clean. The best find for me, and leading up to VinylCon, I followed all the dealers because VinylCon would post on their Instagram account of dealers who are coming, and then I'd follow those dealers, and they would post the records that they're bringing to LA. And I saw this like on Monday or Tuesday. This is La Cabala. It's a Peruvian psych funk album, super rare. There's none for sale on Discogs. I've never seen any for sale on Discogs, and it was on the wall there. And this was a $700 record. He wanted $8. I paid $7. Was happy to pay because you're not going to find it anywhere. And it looks BG, and in the end, it plays great with very minimal background. I'm very happy to have this. So this made my weekend a success.
Didn't meeting all of us make your weekend a success?
No, that was. But for vinyl purchases, this I got this stereo version last summer and just said it was just awful. It wasn't psych. There's 2 psych tracks, but in the 9 months, I really like this record. This is the white label promo. I just grew to like it. And went to dropping my records. Went to Record Safari.
You opened that yet?
They had this. I'm going to slab this, and said no, I won't. I won't slab it. But BG's first sealed, and I can't seem to. No, there's the other one.
Okay. I had a question. Maybe Patrick can answer. I'm trying.
I did offend the slabbing guys while I was there. At
but when you were talking in my video, Vinyl Piper at there, you said they have a whole wall full of sealed records, and they had like 3 in a row. They had one of them it said 1968 original Electric Ladyland, and it was $500 sealed. How do they know that's an original when it's sealed?
I asked him. He said that he went to someone's house who was in the industry, and he left his job at the beginning of 1968. The guy had an industry job. So all the boxes were from 66 and 67. And so that's all he's going by, but he's trusting the guy he bought it from.
I mean, and they had the Couch album sealed, supposedly.
Oh, I saw that one. That was ridiculously priced. That was like $500 for that Couch album. You didn't even know what version you got. You could have got you could have gotten Columbia Terre Haute.
It had the hype sticker on the back. So
with the song, the track
list. But you don't even know where it was pressed. Like,
and if it's an F minus F record.
So on Sunday, I either had to go back to VinylCon, and Jim, thank you for that pass. He's gone. It was great having. Not only was it early access, but we could have got there at 8 in the morning. We could have gotten in early fucking Friday.
It was a dealer.
Saturday.
Yeah. We probably could have got in Friday.
Yeah,
and just did it because the Beatles guy, or no, the guys from Wales, they said all the dealers went to them.
Yeah,
including an original Open Mind, a UK Open Mind, and it sold for $300, and that's $1,000 rare psych record. Like it sold before it opened. So on Sunday, Record Safari posted a couple records that I wanted, or there was a record that Dana and I had talked about. I decided to go to Record Safari. I went to see how many people in line. There was only 2, so I didn't have this as the censored cover. So instead of having the original cover, they had this. So
how much does it cost to sell at VinylCon, Chris?
I don't know, but everyone says it's expensive.
Well, hold on. Jim could have got you a table there.
How much for a table, Jim, at VinylCon?
They offered me one and I didn't take it.
How much?
I don't know.
For free. So
I gave them a rocking deal on an ad, so they gave me.
So why don't you accept it next time, and then we'll all be sellers. I can bring a box of records.
That'd be great.
We could all have a box of records and take turns. That way, we get there on Friday. We are the ones that are shopping early on Friday. Yeah. And you don't have to shop, Jim. You can just go drink milkshakes while we're shopping. Okay. So
you want to do
it? You can sit behind the table. It could be the record collector news table. You can shill your paper all you want, and then we can eat. I'll bring a box of records.
I work those shows by walking around. I walk around and I talk to the vendors. Where you're from? Da da da. Do you have a store?
We'll just rotate out, but we that lets us
we could do that.
So
Let's try it in August.
I would love to.
It's a great idea.
I'm in.
Record Safari on his wall from his personal collection.
I'll just get like 5%, no big deal.
Gabby,
UK first.
That Bee Gees was Klaus Foreman. That Bee Gees was Klaus Foreman, and Tom Rashawn said he designed the Jane's Addiction cover.
Did he really?
This was the other most expensive record I got, and I went and I listened to it. He's like, no background noise. It looked VG, and it plays with heavy background noise. Really awful. I'm super disappointed, and I videotaped 2 songs, sent it to him, and made a very nice message. He's like, bring it back and I'll give you your money back. So he was very nice about it.
Who's that from?
Who is that?
One of the Spanish sellers. I can't pronounce his name. And I found out on his Instagram, the Tijuana Record Show is this Saturday. So I am 50% going to chance of
every
going to Tijuana.
time you say you're going down there, you don't go.
I'm off. I'm off this week. I'm off then. I do want to go there. And more importantly, Los Dug Dugs is playing at the record show. And that's like my favorite Mexican psych band. There's only one guy left, but he's the lead guitar. He's the voice. And he's the one you want to go see. And he's playing in the evening at the record show. It's at a bar.
Well, if you don't come back, Chris, we'll just all say Tijuana's got him.
My wife's nephew's married to a Mexican whose family's from Tijuana. We go there often. We go to the very nice neighborhoods. We don't go to the bad places, and it's great. You can get sushi, really nice place, super cheap. There's very nice restaurants. I really like Tijuana.
So you go to Mexico to get sushi?
No, hold on.
Yeah, totally.
On.
We go to Mexico to get anything.
It's a known fact, Patrick, that some of the best Chinese food around is in Tijuana. It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
3 minutes from the worst part of Tijuana is the best.
In my
part
hometown,
of Tijuana.
I would not get fucking sushi in Matamoros, Mexico, if you paid me. I wouldn't even go to Matamoros, Mexico anymore because it's more dangerous than Syria right now to go across from my hometown to Mexico.
Hey, Chris, Tom Rashawn's asking, did you say that Translucent World you had 2 of?
No, I don't. I just have the one.
He said he's looking for that album.
Okay, I'll keep my eye out for you.
We're going down for Chinese food on Thursday, Rob.
For where?
Papers are ready. Thursday.
Yes. Hey, Chris, consider next week about going up to Bakersfield.
I will say one thing. I will say that the LA contingent oversold their eating establishments for me. They weren't as good as they made them out to be. Although probably the best place we ate at was the kebab place. That place was really good.
It's a chain.
Felipe's to me was a
You're taking the wrong advice.
Yeah.
You don't go with Jim and Rob for the cuisine at all.
No, hold on. We were
unless you want dumplings and Felipe's.
Wait a second. It was Sunday. If I had my choice, the place I wanted to go to was Langer's. They're closed.
Yeah, they were closed.
So, and if you want, next time you come, Patrick, we'll go to the good food places because me and Jim go to them.
Felipe's is just iconic. You saw that.
Yeah, it's a famous place.
I thought that place was just. I could get a better sandwich anywhere here.
No,
it was not that good.
Chili?
Oh, hold on.
How was the chili?
Here's the deal with
the history.
Jim.
Yeah.
Here's the deal with Jim. He took you to Deadly Wax, right? He should have taken you to Brent's Deli because that is one of the best places in LA. You know what? Jim's chicken shit. He didn't say let's go to Brent's.
Dude, you guys keep telling me how great the Mexican food here is. Take me to a Mexican place.
Well, the problem is
freaked out right now. All the street places are shut down.
No, they're not. They're not.
By me, they are. On Sunland Boulevard, there wasn't one.
Okay. They're all over the west side of LA.
I don't get to the west side. And they shut them down out here. And it's fucked up.
The Cactus. I love the Cactus on Vine. That's good street Mexican food.
And the Musso and Frank's place was great ambiance. It was like really nice. But yeah, I mean the food there was like, it was like okay.
I don't want to say I don't want to talk about the secret place I went to that had an excellent steak, because I don't want the word getting out that.
Okay. I took Kimbo yesterday to El Segundo to this record store, and Kimbo is a strictly meat and potatoes Americana guy. So we went to, if anyone knows, Kiss has a chain of like beer food places called
The band.
Yeah,
the band.
Rock and Brews. It's a chain.
Oh yeah.
So we went to one of them. I thought it'd be funny, but apparently
Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, I think, are co-owners.
Yeah. No, because Mazzy had to be taken back to his location.
You offered.
Yeah,
You know,
Rob was chauffeur extraordinaire. He was
But
like
I will
shuttling these
say,
guys everywhere.
I'm getting comments that people wouldn't be caught. Someone said, I wouldn't take free butcher covers to get in one of those Waymo automated cars. I certainly would. And it was one of the safest rides I ever took. Now,
was it?
Once they get them all in there, we'll be fine.
If you weren't looking, you could be. I mean, I was in a front seat with Rob a few times, and Rob knows his way. He speeds up. You feel his car speed up. It's got a lot of power, and then he stops like just before he's going to rear end the guy, and you feel it.
Jim drives. Jim drives that way too. So.
Magic Mountain in Disneyland.
I've never been around a more ungrateful bastard.
You feel G-force when Rob drives. The Waymo is chill. If there was a garbage can in the road, it just went around it. It was.
But Jim drives like Rob. But Jim looks out the window. Oh, look over there! Someone died, and over here I got laid. You know, and he's like, and he's literally like turning his head to make sure. I'm like, oh, dude, you don't need to talk to me.
There's so many murder sites near record stores, and it's
yeah.
So Rob's like a New York cab driver then.
No.
The Waymos are certainly easy to dump on. And the thing is, whenever you see, like, when shit happens, when three of them are stuck or something happens and they freak out, whatever, everyone videotapes it and posts it. But can you imagine taping in every fucking auto accident of stupid drivers in your city and posting every single one? It would eclipse these auto cars.
Hold on, Mazzy.
100.
I can't imagine doing that, but I can imagine a guy who videotapes everything else. Oh, wait, that was Mazzy this past weekend.
Fair enough. But you know, it's
content.
But you like seeing it later. And all these people in the gallery weren't there. They like to see what's going on. They love those videos that we all make of the show, you know? Who needs to see another video of people flipping through their goddamn records they buy?
I thought it was a fun show. It was great. Everyone was there. Great weekend. Glad you're all glad you were here. Hope
Hold on. I have an electric car. That electric car is all torque. You tap the gas and it goes.
It's true. Those things take off.
You tap the pedal, power, whatever it's called.
Mazzy, when does your Matt Pinfield interview post?
I have no idea. I mean, it's he interviewed me. I didn't interview him. It's on Discogs. They do this. They did a bunch of stuff all weekend with different people. So I don't know how. I've never seen their videos. They're doing special content now too. And like Rob said, the people that are marketing Chad and Rhino are marketing Discogs too. They're
shittiest free bags in the LA weekend. Discogs, shittiest bags for sure.
Well, I got two free Discogs T-shirts.
Those Discogs bags are crappy.
I got the T-shirt and I said, "You have XXL?" And they go, "Yeah." And they hand me the shirt and it's an XL. Screw you, Discogs.
I'm looking forward to Permanent Records Whack-A-Mole.
You know what I found out? The store that I'm going to be working at for Record Store Day, a foreigner is going to be in town that weekend. And Lou Graham is going to be there at the store signing records.
Oh, nice.
Can he still write?
Vinyl Land. Matt Pinfield probably was hired on as just to do the show. I mean, he's probably a freelancer. You know, they bring in, contract people for different things, like most jobs. That's my guess. I don't know.
Well,
spoken like a true somebody from Georgia. Rob, just take him to Del Taco. That's not Mexican food, Luke. Sorry.
There's a place, Patrick, next time you're here, we'll go to the good places I know. And you'll like them.
All right. Well. All right. So the culinary experience is on you, Rob. If you fail, I will let people know.
Well, no, hold on. When we're
I have to say, Rob was a fantastic.
The foodie tour.
No, he was the administrator of everybody's times. Now we're going to be here then, and
he wasn't fantastic about that. I wouldn't call that fantastic.
No.
Come on, you guys.
Rob
isn't the most organized person when it comes to taking people to good places.
Rob wanted us to go to Santa Monica. If we would have done that, we would have been tooling around waiting for Mazzy and Kimbo to get there because their flights were delayed.
Hold on. You're just getting it all messed up.
I was there. I didn't mess it up at all. I saw the text.
No, it wasn't Santa Monica. It was West.
All right, what? Whatever.
These are the free T-shirts I got. Discogs.
We're already past that, Mazzy. We're past the T-shirt thing. We're talking about experiences here. Come on, man. Get with the program.
Look at him. Look at him not shill.
They gave these out to everybody, but then they
ran
out.
On.
That word again.
So actually, we can blame Mazzy as usual because his plane was fucking 18 hours late. So
it was 2 hours.
If we had gone to the West Side and met you guys, Patrick would have about 100 less records.
Well, hold on. Hold on.
That's not true.
No, that is not true in any way, shape, or form.
But I
on Thursday.
We missed out because you guys didn't make it to the West Side.
He went to the one store I've taken Patrick to before. He would have left with 30 records.
Yeah, I mean, Rob took me to those stores over there. Where Rob took me to, those were good.
Yes, Sound Station is really good. I like that place.
You know what did not impress me this time at all was Atomic. Atomic was not impressive to me at all. I was not. Yeah, I didn't pull anything from there.
Yeah,
Rob does well because they know him and they like him and he gets access.
Yeah, but it's only these stores are only as good as the last collection they've bought.
Yeah, they go through stuff. They really do.
What I really hate, and I'm seeing it more and more now, not at Atomic, but a lot of the record stores, thank God Lance doesn't do it either. They're putting, but Record Safari does. They put the new records with the used records, and that's an instant like turn off for me. It's like I won't spend time in those places.
Also, you did not like Atomic because they don't have a new arrival section. You were a little
I hated that. It's like I don't want to dig through the whole. I don't want to dig through the whole fucking thing just to try to find.
They just stash them all throughout.
Why don't they have a new arrival? Do they still have those fucking boxes in front of the bins?
Yeah,
like stacks of boxes. You have to lean over.
No, they don't because I managed to threaten them a lawsuit for the short-armed people who can't reach the back of the.
I did not go to Amoeba, and I was happy I didn't go.
My attorney.
Although I did buy a record at the record show from Amoeba, a Metallica EP. So I did actually buy a record from Amoeba technically, but it was at the
Everyone should buy records from Amoeba, and when you do, ask them if they carry records.
Hey, we're going to end the stream shortly, but I want to show a picture that will be dear to Jim's heart.
Oh yeah. Thanks,
Frank Zappa.
Thank you. I won't be able to digest my food now.
Prices were definitely cheaper on Sunday. They definitely wheeled and dealed, and they didn't on Saturday, at least the first few hours.
Hey, the UK guys from Cardiff had 30% off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What is that a picture of, Jim?
Do you see that table? That's the table Record Collector News is banned from. They get your papers off of our table.
What? Who is that? Who is that?
Amoeba. That's Amoeba.
Oh, okay.
That's Amoeba Hollywood. Just Hollywood. The other two Amoebas I have. Bye, everybody.
Christ.
All right, happy Thursday, happy day. See you Thursday. Bye.
I got this in the mail yesterday. That's Maxwell.
Okay, good. You found
that's the one you need.
That was the one you were looking for, right?
That's not the one I was looking for. No.
Okay.
I want Embryo. That's the one that's cost like $2,000.
I was looking for Maxwell. When you said that, I just kept my eyes open for Maxwell, but I didn't see it.
Hey, look, I go into Atomic weekly, twice a week probably. I find stuff all the time.
Well, if you find the first two Earth, Wind & Fire
I didn't buy
albums,
a thing there, not one.
I understand, but the week before, they're a different store every week, every day. They put out records.
I'll give you a list. No, I'm kidding. The first two Earth, Wind & Fire
I
albums of
wasn't
Maxwell
impressed with the
Embryo.
Record Safari drop. The Record Safari was holding back for Saturday, so I understand that. But I wasn't that impressed.
Hold on.
For Coachella.
Record Safari, yeah, he's busy getting ready for Coachella, but he was putting out 200 records a day, and then on Saturday 300.
Yeah. So the day I went on Friday, I was not impressed with the Friday.
Yeah, you don't go on a Friday because he's dropping on
I
Saturday.
have a lot of good stuff at Safari on Friday.
Well, we're looking for two different
Too
things.
many things to remember and rules in this record thing. Just, man.
Patrick, what do you think of the pricing at VinylCon?
The VinylCon pricing was well. I mean, it's typical. I mean, you know, my plan is always, if when I go to a seller I don't know, is I look for a couple of records that is a baseline. Like I'll say the Boston first album. If I see somebody who's got a Boston self-titled for $50, I know that that's not somebody I need to be digging at right now. If I see somebody that maybe has like a Halloween album for $40, I'm like going, an OG German, maybe I should look at this guy. So I look at baseline, and there were some people who were way overpriced. You know what was fairly priced? I've got a lot of cheap $5 records that were really good that were worth more than $5. Like here's one right here. I got Sweet Desolation Boulevard, OG US Press for $3. $3. It's like a $20 record. I'm like going, okay. You know, I bought a ton of those, ton of them. So the pricing at the convention was hit or miss depending on who you were dealing with. You know,
There's room for any price point.
Okay. Right before we go, there was just an announcement emailed to me. So the next Jazz Dispensary title was just announced. It's this Muse title, The Visitor's Motherland. And last week, Jazz Bum Felipe found me a copy of it, an original. Kind of goes anywhere from like $80 to $150. So I just got an original of it, but that's a kick-ass record. I'm glad they're reissuing those records.
So one thing, everyone always told me that Rockaway, which you have to get an appointment to go see. Jim finally got me in there. Vinyl Piper also had a thing. You go there, their prices are more than fair, and the quality of the records they had there were excellent, absolutely immaculate. Yeah, they've got, you know, everyone thought, oh, everything starts at 50. No, everything starts at about 20. You know, and you, depending on what you want, you know, you can pay up to thousands of dollars for esoteric shit, but they have some really well curated. If you have the time and you can get in, go look. If you're a serious collector, go look there.
They've gotten better. Really they were really bad, really expensive. Everything was expensive.
What's this bullshit about not onlying up certain hours and making appointments? What the fuck is that about? You're a fucking.
It was a COVID thing. It was a COVID thing, and
COVID ended 4 years ago.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna help. Let's help Mazzy out. They were smart guys. They bought up real estate. They owned a lot of stuff around them, and they made it. Hold on, let me finish. They made a decision to sell off a lot of their real estate, including their own building. So, with the deal they made with the new owners of their building, is they carved out a much smaller area of the building. But since the pandemic, when they were the full size and you made an appointment, they had a full store full of shit. Now they pared it down to a small section of curated records. So now it's not what it used to be even 2 years ago, right? Am I right, Chris?
Yep, you're totally right. But if you go to I have a bookmark of their website of new 12 inches listed, and I hit it every couple of days, and sometimes there'll be no activity for 2 weeks, and then there'll be 15 new albums. And if there's 15 new albums on the website, they've got 100 or somewhere. So then I go in there because I know they got something, because they're slow at updating that website.
I wasn't digging alone. I ran into those same Japanese guys all over VinylCon. Because when we were there was like this group of like 4 younger Japanese guys like digging. And I saw them every day at VinylCon too. And then this one guy, we looked at each other and just kind of went, yeah, you again. So.
But it does seem like once a month, Rockaway opens Friday up. You don't need an appointment. And once every couple of months, they'll do 20% off or 10% off or something like that. Because I've got in there recently and found good records.
I traded some stuff there, so I had like a lot of money to spend at Rockaway, and I did.
So Egon from Now Again was there, and he was taking somebody around, showing him how to dig, and he posted on Instagram, and he was only there for like 3 or 4 hours, and he found some really good top stuff. But all the dealers know him, and they go, "Hey, do you want this? Do you want that?" They were pulling stuff. I followed them for about 20 minutes.
He has the money to spend, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
What are the dates? What are the dates of August? The August one?
They haven't announced the dates.
Okay.
But last time it was like the third week. It was like the 3rd or 4th week of August.
Everybody, thank you for coming by on the recap. I'm glad everyone came to town. We had a great time, so I suggest people come out.
I did trade the butcher.
What?
Oh, Frank's asked me if I traded the butcher. I did.
And both brothers from Rockaway were there the whole weekend.
Yeah.
All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. See you Thursday. All right. Bye.